Hello, and welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. So, Physical Kid BUU Super EZA is actually live in game, so we're just going to go ahead and test him out here. Now, I have just a 55% Physical Kid BUU. I have only ever pulled one copy of this guy ever in my entire life. I don't even believe he's link leveled. Oh no, he's a link leveled a little bit, right? So essentially, what you're looking at here is what you would get if you just went and bought one copy of Physical Kid BUU from the shop right now for 150 red coins, which I do think is worth if you do not have him. If you just bought the singular copy from there, this is kind of the experience that you're going to be getting from this kind of character. Remember that he does have one of those like S tier hidden potential systems, so when you do get dupes for this guy, it's going to buff him up significantly. So I do think that whenever we get those like premium stones that allow us to buy these really old units from the shop, for instance, like right now you can get Super EZA, Gotenks, and Dragon Fist. I think it is worth to pick these kind of guys up from there, especially if you do not have them already. So we're just going to go ahead and hop into an event here. That's the kind of team I'm running. I just want to juice the hell out of Kid BUU and see how good he does. Okay, good. This is a really good rotation to start out with. I want to make him as crazy as possible because I think, right, this Physical Kid BUU is really, really damn good. And I just want to show him off. Remember that the main draw of this guy is the support that he's giving to the team, not really his own stats. 150 off the rip is not great, right? But remember that he does get 250% attack and defense once he does super attack, and he's going to be building up damage reduction every single time he gets hit. 2 times. He's going to get that twice. So you need to hit 4 times, you'll be fully built up. Though this is with his support active, as well as getting this monster support from the physical Super BUU here. What does this guy give again? It's like 50% or 60%. Something crazy. Point being, we have a lot of support right now, so I would have liked to see him at a bit of a higher number. But, like, again, I have him 55%. Like, this is, like, the bare minimum you're going to be getting out of this guy. So let's go ahead and see what this does. Remember that another big thing is how much he's giving to Buhan here. Okay. Juice the hell of Buhan, popping out of 11 million attacks, 10 off the rip. Buhan's really good, man. I'm just saying. Buhan keeps getting all these buffs, and when he initially dropped on JP, he was pretty much like on an island by himself. But now that he keeps getting, like, these massive support, 12 million, okay. Thank you for cutting me off, man. Cool. So we now have 20% extra damage reduction. But as I was trying to say, right, Buhan has been getting buff after buff after buff, like pretty much every single month. And I'm really happy about that. This should be fine. We have the guard active, and we got a couple orbs. Yeah, it's okay. This sucks though. Not really great opening rotations, to be honest with you. Ideally, we would want like Bulma over here with one of the 21s. This guy doesn't really work too well on this team because he only gets his damage reduction if you're on a full Majin Buu Saga rotation. I believe it is. I don't believe it's Majin Power. I believe it's Majin Buu Saga. But I just brought him because he debuffs, to be honest. Yeah, it's Majin Buu Saga. This is when he gets his damage reduction. Which, again, is a little rough, but yeah, it should be fine. But, point being, right, Physical Kid BUU, what the main draw of him is the support that he brings to, like, the rest of the team. And he does that really, really damn well. So I don't really have any problems with him. I do think that the only thing that I would have changed, maybe, I don't even know, because, like, yeah, he just kind of functions. The thing is, his hidden potential system is kind of weird to build, because you're in this weird predicament, right, where he needs to get hit, like, a bunch of times to build up damage reduction and his crit chance. And his super attack effect kind of sucks, so it's like he needs to get hit, so dodge is kind of questionable on him at times. If he does get hit, he gets crit, right? So you already have built-in crit. Apparently, it's not calculated like like additive, it's multiplicative. And by that I mean, like, instead of him going from 20% baseline to 40% to 60%, it's 20%, like, with 40% added in a different chance. So it roughs out at around, like, I believe it's like 52-ish%, which is like very awkward. Also, he's fully built up now, which is good. He also just is gonna heal us now for 10% because he had hit twice. But like, he already has built-in crit. He wants to get hit, and his super attack effect doesn't do anything. So his hidden potential system build is kind of awkward because, like, how are you supposed to go about building this guy? Right? It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense here. Oh, this sucks. Like, this just sucks in general. I'm just gonna do this, right? Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You didn't see none of that. If we die, we die. It happens. It happens. All right. So he's kind of awkward to build, my personal opinion. I think the way you're gonna want to build him, though, is since he is a Majin power unit, and the whole point of, like, the Majin power team is to just heal back any damage that you hit, you're gonna just want to be able to live the hits. This guy's gonna die. There's no shot he lives this. Yeah. Is to just, like, heal back the damage that you would have gotten. And that, I think, is, like, a very interesting little gimmick for him. I don't, like, entirely think it's, like, the best thing ever, but it is interesting, in my opinion, right? Where, like, that's the main drive there. Is there a different kind of... Because Kid Buu has a couple 200% leads. Do I have many of them, is the question. His other 200% leaders... Harudegarn, who I just got, and... Yeah, let's try Harudegarn's team. I don't really remember what Harudegarn's team is, to be honest with you. Movie Boss, Resurrected Warriors. Let's just try different stuff, because, I mean, we already kind of saw what he did, right? Movie Boss, I don't really remember what Resurrected Warriors looks like, if I'm being completely honest with you. Where is Resurrected Warriors? I really should, like, skip this, but, like, I don't care. Like, we gotta pad some time a little bit. Resurrected Warriors is this one. Lovely. All right, so let's go ahead and grab the boy Kid Buu. I do think, again, I think he's really good. I think he's really damn good. Who else can we bring here to show him off? Not a whole lot, to be honest. These guys are good. I don't have Burori. We can't bring him in here. Well, there really isn't a whole lot of other boos in here, is there? Maybe there are these guys. I'm gonna bring them. There's them. Remember that one of the main draws of, like, Kid Buu is just the fact that he works really, really well on, like, a bunch of these different setups. Is that, like, optimal? I don't know what that is. Oh, let me see. Can I find a Harudegarn? Is anyone even running Harudegarn anymore? Okay, yeah, this guy is. Right, let's just run this. This is another 200% team for Kid Buu. Do I know how well it's gonna work? Nope. Am I just gonna try it and hope for the best? Yeah. Because I think, like, the best part about Kid Buu is the fact that he just functions really well as, like, a floating support unit and doesn't really need anything. Like, I mean, yeah, he needs to get hit, but even if you're floating, you're gonna get hit eventually. Now, you can run into circumstances with, like, Kid Buu and other characters that are like him where they need to get hit, especially for Kid Buu, because, like, if he doesn't have his full damage reduction up, a lot of the endgame bosses are just gonna one-shot him, even through, like, his stats, because I believe the calcs toss him around 800k, and that's rainbowed. And I have a 55% one, so this is, like, if you're getting the bare minimum kind of deal. And that defense is just not good enough with 20% damage reduction for him to live. With 60%, he can more than likely live with, like... He's gonna take a lot of damage, but, like, if you have high enough HP, you're gonna live, and then you're gonna heal back because you're on the Majin Power team or something. Right? So, he's, like, one of these characters that functions kind of well like that. The only problem, again, is that if he is not getting hit enough times, he will get smacked, like, really hard. And that could very easily spell doom for him. But okay, let's check out a rotation like this, right? He's going to be buffing up both these other characters. He is giving big bad bosses to Broly, Chila, and Lemo. Let's see what he kind of ends up doing here. And if they don't end up killing, he will get hit twice, because I don't have any dodge. I do think dodge is good. I think you want to give him as much defense as possible in his hit potential system. Either defense or HP, just so that you're able to survive any attacks that he gets hit with. And then you'll be able to heal back up. So, like, he's a really flexible character. I think I do like him a lot. I don't think we need too much more footage of him. Right, maybe we'll get him on, like, one more rotation just to see what he kind of does. But, again, like, he just works, man. This is, like, the best thing about these Super EZA characters. So far, all three of them are just amazing options. Like, it's not like they're, like, must-runs. I think Kid Buu might be a must-run for his teams, but that's just because he's a support unit that's really good. 9 million. They're, like, no links active. Pretty good. But I think the best thing about, like, all these Super EZA characters is you can just kind of toss them on any of their teams, and they're gonna just work well. Like, yeah, a lot of them have, like, specific conditions. Like, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, like, the Dragon Fist, he wants to specifically, like, blitz events. And then for Gotenks, he needs, like, a specific key amount before he's able to, like, really pop off. But they do what they gotta do incredibly well, and then they just kind of float off on rotations. Like, you can have them on main rotation if you want, and they'll work just fine, but they also work really, really well as floaters. So these characters that they keep EZAing, they just function so good on, like, every team setup that they have, and I like that a lot. It opens up so many avenues for, like, team building, and I'm really happy about that. I missed when we were just excited to get EZA characters, because every single EZA, except for, like, Bardock, has been really, really good, and it makes me really, really happy that that's the thing that we're moving towards, right? I did not like when we went through multiple years of mediocre EZAs, so I'm incredibly excited that we're back to main EZAs and Super EZAs being really, really crazy. Now, they have not fumbled a single Super EZA yet. We have a pretty good I have a pretty good feeling that Physical Goku Black is more than likely going to be Super EZAing once Physical Rose drops on JP, which is going to be kind of awkward for Global because obviously they already got Physical Rose and he hasn't Super EZA, and we didn't have Super EZA yet, so they couldn't Super EZA anything, obviously. But I have a pretty good feeling that he's going to be coming up, and that just makes me even more excited, right? Because that unit could be really damn good, especially next to Physical Rose, man. Especially if he Rainbow Orb changes, has a better support, has all these links and whatnot, and is crazy. I'd be really excited for that. Also, Super Boss is buff, by the way. Thing is, next, like, not really next week, but in 10 days from now, right? We will be entering in. Okay, this is gonna be rough for Kid Buu. Who do you link better with? Okay, yeah. Well, let's see what happens. This is not good. This is probably, like, the worst case scenario for Kid Buu. So let's just see what happens. Ow. And he's dead. That's what happens if he gets locked in slow mode against a type disadvantage enemy. That's 55%. I mean, it is what. Right. Nothing you can do about that one. Except for not float him off. But I wanted to float him off. I mean, honestly, I think we saw pretty much everything we kind of needed to from him. He needs to get hit a few times. He kind of needs his links up. Getting dupes does make a big difference for his defensive stats, especially at the start of turn. Remember that really isn't his fault too much. He got locked in slot 1 against type disadvantage. He also wasn't fully built up, so that's what kind of the damage that he could take if you aren't able to build him up in, like, later events and stuff like that. So I do think that was pretty much a good showing of pretty much everything that he can do. You saw him next to physical characters with support. I believe the highest attacks that we got was like 15 million, right? Like, this guy can hit really good numbers. I do like him a lot. I think his defensive stats are a little bit low, but, like, it's compensated by the fact that he's such a ridiculous support. So if you do end up picking this guy up from the shop, I do think you will not be disappointed with his performance. I think he is quite good. And remember, this is just 55%, right? You can get better and better and better depending on how many red coins you feel like spending on this guy. Anyway, let me know how you guys feel about Physical Kid Buu in the comments down below. Let me know if there's any other Super EZA characters you guys are interested in. And then that's pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.